Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of The Thought Buzz. Whether you're tuning in from your desk, on your commute, or just taking a breather, thank you for joining us. This is the show where we uncover real stories, bold insights, and powerful journeys that shape today's dynamic teens. Today, I have a special guest. She started as a bright young girl, standing at the classic crossroads of career choices, wondering whether to pursue the well trodden path of becoming a doctor or an engineer. But life, as it often does, had a different plan. What began as an unconventional choice turned into a remarkable journey. From someone who hadn't planned a career in L&D to becoming a dynamic voice in the learning space. She has carved her own path, one grounded in purpose and people first impact. Today, she stands as a leader with one of the world's top consulting and management firms. She is not just a professional powerhouse, but also a doting daughter, a mother, a wife, and an author who brings stories and strategies together. Hi, I am your host, Veincy, and today I am absolutely thrilled to be joined by Megha Mallan, a seasoned talent development leader with over 17 years of experience in the L&D space. Megha has been at the forefront of shaping people-first cultures and is known for designing and driving meaningful learning solutions that actually move the needle. Hi, Megha. Welcome. It's
Hi,
such a pleasure
Veincy.
to have you.
Thank you so much for this beautiful introduction and really excited to be here. Thank you.
Oh, wow, great. So, Megha, to kickstart things, why don't you share maybe three things about yourself that people, may not know about you earlier?
Oh, absolutely. I think you covered most of it in the introduction. But okay, if I have to pick three, I'll say people might not know that I was a medical student. I did my graduation in BSc Biotechnology, and then I shifted to MBA in HR. The second thing I might say is I have been super scared of titles, which no one can really believe, but I've overcome that fear almost. And probably that's the reason I look beyond titles in my area of work now. And three, I would say I'm an observer. I am a writer at heart. I keep writing. So you would see a draft page always open, and I'm writing something or the other all the time.
Oh, wow, that's pretty interesting. Now, Megha, stepping into the, world of L&D a little bit, we would really love to know your insights on a couple of things. So first of all, what inspires you about the world of L&D space?
Oh, yes. I think L&D inspires me to be my best every single day, Vency. And it's a perfect opportunity for me to connect with diverse audience, uh, to really help them become their best version. It's an opportunity for me to create safe learning space, to engage with people, to inspire them, to connect with them, and to really spark transformation in them, not just by enhancing their knowledge, but also helping them shift their mindset. And the bonus is I get to practice what I preach every single day.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Now, for someone, let's say, just entering the field, what advice would you give them to thrive in today's L&D landscape? And also, if you could just name maybe top three skills that, they must have in order to, grow in this field.
Sure. Anybody who's looking into getting into starting their career into L&D, I would tell them to be open to learning, unlearning, relearning, because there is no one size fit all solution in L&D. Every day they'll have to keep experimenting, keep innovating like any other field. And two, I think I would tell them to be open to feedback all the time, because every single day they're going to be facilitating and facing the audience. And not everyone probably would like them, or uh, there's so much feedback that's going to come their way. So they just need to get comfortable with receiving feedback and really acting on it. Um, and then you said skills. I think anybody who's aspiring to be into L&D, I would tell them to really keep honing their facilitation skills. But facilitation skills alone will not be the only thing that they would need. They also need to have a coaching lens, is what I would say. If they really have this passion to transform people, to really help people come out of their comfort zone and become their best version, they need to have the coaching lens. They should be able to create that safe space where people open up. That's one. Two, I think I would tell them to have growth mindset. I really talk about it a lot. They really need to be open to learning continuously. Only when they are open to learning, they can help and inspire people to learn continuously. And then three, I would say they should be up for building relationships by doing the right thing with the stakeholders.
Wow,
Yeah.
that sounds, really powerful. And I think, dear audience, especially those just starting out, in this space, I'm sure you would find this particular, bit super helpful. So, great. Now, coming back, Megha, you also mentioned a term, growth mindset. So, while I was also doing my bit of research, I came to know that growth mindset is something, which is very close to your heart. And you even ran a brilliant LinkedIn series where you demystified the entire concept and also shared some practical insights from the field. So I just can't help but dig into this next. So what does growth mindset mean to you, and in your view, why do you think that some teams find it difficult to shift from problem thinking to solution thinking?
That's a brilliant question, Venzi. Growth mindset, you're right. I love talking about it. And probably where I am today, I think growth mindset had a huge role to play. And I believe that growth mindset is a solution to all our problems, all our conflicts we face in life. So, growth mindset precisely is about believing that everybody, including you, has the potential to grow, develop, become the best version of themselves. So when you have this mindset, you stop judging people, right? You know that everybody might have a different learning curve, but they will eventually learn. So that is what growth mindset is. And it is about you not proving yourself all the time, not believing that people are judging you, but you finding every opportunity, every task, every project as an opportunity to grow and learn. So that's what growth mindset is. uh, and now why people are stuck onto the problems and not solution, and I think solution mindset is a preset of a subset of growth mindset only. I think people are stuck onto the problems because they are just too comfortable with their comfort zone. They're too emotionally attached to what they're building, what they're creating. But then it is important for people to shift to the solution and not just keep talking about the problem. I'm reading this book called Think Again by Adam Grant, and I think what I'm reading, and I also posted about it, would really help answer this. Now, Adam Grant says that there are three mental modes or three ways of thinking mostly we fall into. First is the preacher mode, where we are usually defending our belief system all the time. Okay. And the second is the prosecutor mode, where we are attacking others' ideas. We want to bring them down. We want to criticize their ideas. And the third one is the politician mode, where we are seeking approval, validation from others all the time for what we are doing. Now, these three mental modes will keep us stuck to the problem. For us to switch to the solution thinking, we need to get into scientist mode of thinking. Now, the scientist mode of thinking is where we are just open to receiving more information, receiving more ideas, where we are just curious to learn more, where we're okay to believe that I could be wrong, where we're okay to believe that I've made mistake, but I can make it right. So that is a scientist mode of thinking, and only that can help us move to solutions quickly.
Oh, wow, that's lovely. I think it really helps us reframe, the mindset as a muscle and not just a fixed trait. So, that's really helpful, Megha. Now let's talk a little bit about L&D as a role, L&D's role as a business partner rather, and because its transition is something that many organizations are still navigating. So, what does take, in your view, for L&D to be seen as a true partner to the business? And maybe if you can just share an example as well, wherein L&D directly impacted some business outcomes.
Oh, yes, totally. So, Vensi, I think the shift is happening. L&D is now moving to be seen as a strategic function and not just a support function, is what I would say. And to be really seen as a true learning consultant or a true trusted business advisor, it is important that we understand the learning needs of the leaders of the business and align those learning needs to the business goals and the organizational goals and come up with learning solutions, design the learning solutions which can actually address those learning needs, right? End to end. And when we're designing the learning solutions, we have to keep the learners at the heart of it. And when we do that, the learning experience shifts, right? You can then show the outcome, and when we are able to show the ROI or the ROE, which is return on investment and return on expectations, that's when leaders start or business starts to build trust with us, right? So we should be able to show the needle shift movement in whatever way we can. It could be the skills that people have gained, or it could be the behavior change. It could be some sort of reduction in the cost, anything that can help business achieve their business goals. We do a lot of programs, and of course, I can talk about many, but if I really have to pick one, let me pick one program that we designed for communication skills. We wanted to target the whole holistic communication for a set of people, and the journey we designed was a blend of live sessions, mentoring, peer learning, self-paced learning, and a lot of simulations, right? And communication is one of the hardest skills to build because you can't improve someone's communication overnight, right? So we this was a journey put together for 4 to 8 weeks, and the result was really amazing. Business was happy to see the result. We could literally see the needle shift movement happening in the way people gain confidence, the way they were presenting to stakeholders now, the way they were having calls with the stakeholders. The client feedback scores went up. So there were so many metrics that we could really show to show the ROI to the business. So it is doable. I mean, when you are able to show the results, you are seen as a true trusted business advisor.
Awesome. I think that's a very strong, case that you have mentioned. And I'm sure that, making such outcomes recurring, strong strategy and dedication have to be at play at all times. Great. And how do you think, data plays, a role here? Because I think in helping L&D stay aligned with evolving business priorities, data also has a very significant role, right? Do you want to share any thoughts on this?
Absolutely, and you said it right. I think L&D experts, L&D teams really need to become comfortable with data, and we are leveraging data now to, get the insights into what is the learner's preferences, learner's behavior, their consumption data. So there's so much insights that we can get from data, and this data can help us build relevant, meaningful learning solutions for people. Um, so yes, data insights, data analytics is very important, and it is gaining a lot of traction now with L&D teams.
Well, I think data with intention. I guess that's where insight
Yeah.
meets action. Great. So now, Megha, you have worked with a lot of, different kinds of teams, diverse functions and roles. Let's talk about building high performing teams. One of the key focus areas, I think, for today's leaders. So how important do you think this is in today's dynamic workplace? And could you share any initiatives that you have led or been a part of in this particular direction?
Oh, absolutely. I think teaming is again very close to my heart. Building highest performing teams is crucial more than ever now. Uh, we could be in the age of AI, but there's nothing that we can do without teams, right? So collaboration, really working together, partnership, working in partnership is really important, and we do put a lot of focus in my organization where we want people to build those winning behaviors that are needed for a team to become a highest performing team, and a lot of initiatives that we run in house to ensure that people know how to build trust with each other, how to really embrace the conflicts, how to be accountable, how to focus on results. We do have those initiatives, and we also partner with a lot of vendors, and of course thoughtbulb is one of those vendors. And I also want to take this moment to talk about and appreciate the kind of work thoughtbulb has been doing. I think you have some innovative simulations, to name few. I love the build the bicycle. I love the drone activity. I love trash to treasure. I mean, activities like this where people are on the ground doing and creating something within teams and then reflecting on the teaming behaviors. This is very important for people to know what teaming behaviors are actually required on ground to excel in what they do.
Great. I think thank you so very much, Megha, for your kind words. And I think that's our motto, to just help out businesses, and add more value to the existing system. I think the next segment that we have is the audience's favorite question. So here's the next one. So what's one myth about L&D that you would like to bust right now?
Sure. I know this is one of my favorite questions as well. I think the outside view is L&D is a very easy function. It's a support function. People are just chilling all the time, but that's not the case. Like I said, L&D is now evolving and is now seen as a strategic function, especially after COVID. People think that it is just about doing a session. No, L&D really has that power to drive business performance, culture, building capabilities, enhancing the productivity performance of people, and really transforming them. So that's one myth that I would want to break.
So I think, Megha, this has been a super enriching conversation with you. And thank you so very much for being so candid and generous, with your insights. Before we wrap this up, if you could maybe, answer our last question, which is if you could give every professional one superpower skill to thrive globally, what would that be and why?
Yeah, that's a good one. I think I would call out two super skills. One is agility, and the other is resilience, Vency. So, agility for them to constantly keep evolving, to continuously keep learning, and to keep adapting and to stay relevant in the world, right? And resilience for them to bounce back from the setback, navigate through the uncertainty, and just keep moving forward. So, agility and resilience is what we need the most today to thrive.
Perfect. Thank you so very much, Megha, to for being a part of this, conversation today and bringing so much clarity and depth to today's conversation. It's my pleasure to have you here today, and I'm super happy.
Thank you so much. I loved having this conversation, Vency. Have a good day.
Awesome. And to all our listeners, if something today sparked a new thought or shifted your perspective, don't keep it to yourself. Share this episode with someone who is equally passionate about leadership, learning, and building great teams. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, keep growing. Thank you. See you in the next one.